much as possible.
The heaviest roller possible came out.
Trying to flatten it out, but sometimes that moisture sits underneath the surface and can make it a little bit slower. And as we mentioned, both of them have been too short. He's got to get them a touch fuller. There's enough on offer. That's a better length, and it stands up, misses the outside edge, hits Johnson in the tummy. There's some possible landmarks and achievements that might be acquired by some of the batters here today. These two at the top of the order: 69 runs to get 1,000 in T20 internationals, 2 sixes to get to 50 in T20 internationals, and 1 wicket required by Josh Little to get him to 150. He might be bowling the next over, and one of those two could be one of his victims.
The sun's come out at Nassau County, turning in a little bit of humidity.
Just a little bit too straight, and that's nasty knocked.
You would expect the surface, what we've seen, it has played tougher, but you still need to find ways to put the bowler under pressure, create a bit of momentum into the innings.
And down the leg side, I think, of the pad, a bit of a muffled appeal from behind.
Here, hoping for a little tickle going down that leg side. He has a good seam position, Adair, but clearly just started a little bit too leg side, and it went. Good take.
That's good skill, but on the surface, it's just about hitting a good area and seeing what the surface can do for you. It hasn't been that consistent in the first over. I'll be fortunate that he's only gone for just the 5.
Yeah, we were commenting on the last game. The game plan for the bowlers on these kind of pitches can be very simple. Leg side again, and it's a nice start for Canada. 6 off the first.
Yeah, not a surface you really want to be bowling loose balls. Scampering through. There's actually an injury a little while ago to Johnson. It's not the quickest, actually, sharpest hitting the wicket, so if they can keep them a little bit rooted to the...
Yeah, Graham, it's when he went out there to have a look at the pitch today, we got the feeling it looks like Supersport Park back in South Africa. And just think of when you play test matches there, and when they've let a lot of water in, it can be very slow on day one, and you've got to have that right length as a seamer. You can't be too short because the batters tend to wait for the ball off the back foot. Josh Little is going to bowl the next over. He's going to be shaping it in. He does tend to hover on a fuller length, trying to target the stumps with a bit of in shape to the right-handers. That one skids through a little bit low.
It's actually the question I was going to ask you, Sean. I mean, when you're preparing for a game, I guess, and you know as a bowler that you've got to be effective, the surface is offering mental preparation going into the game.
Yeah, it's a big change for these guys these days because T20 cricket has become so much about variation. Options don't be predictable. Go back into one-day international mode or test mode for some of these guys and have that mindset. Oh, the beauty. Is there an outside edge? There was a noise.